Man United 3, Wolves 4. No,
Other way around.
other way around. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel because I still can't remember the score. I just know that we won. Wolves 3, Man United 4. What a game, Mina. The game just had all the emotions, man. And Kobbie Mainoo came through with the last minute winner, 97th minute. Unbelievable.
Bro, I lost my voice celebrating that last goal. Like literally, I screamed my yard down. I'm sorry to my neighbours in advance. I'm sorry. I literally screamed the neighbourhood down. But that Kobbie goal, he was just like, "F it, I'm gonna do it. You guys ain't gonna do it. F it, I'm gonna do it." But not just Kobbie. Yeah. Firstly, big up to for the negativity that's been around the Manchester United academy over the last season or season and a half. 3 of those goals were scored by Manchester United academy players. 3: Marcus Rashford, Scott McTominay, and Kobbie Mainoo. And you know what? I'm not a fan of Scott McTominay.
You
But
laughed when he came on in the comments. We saw you.
I laughed, but he came on and did what he had to do. But for me, I think the highlight of the game was, yes, we won 3 points. Honestly, we shouldn't have even allowed the opponent to kind of get back into the game like that. That's things that we need to cut out. It's honestly things that we need to cut out. But it was nice for once to see some structure when we're defending, some structure when we're going forward. It's like players were a lot more in sync. You can tell Marcus Rashford was making a conscious effort to make the better decisions rather than what he usually does. His energy going back was not as high as like the likes of Garnacho, but it's still better than what we're used to seeing. And he was the talk of the town coming into this game, and I'm glad he got a goal. Not just because how bad has this season been that he is still one of our top goal scorers. McTominay obviously now overtook him, but he's one of our top goal scorers despite the fact that he's had a poor season. And Erik ten Hag, I said this on my channel earlier today. I said this month has to be nothing less than 15 points out of 15 points for Erik ten Hag. I think this is a more important month than the games that we've had in November and December, because these are mid-table teams that we're coming against with our stronger lineup. Emphasis has been placed on Lisandro Martinez coming back, Casemiro coming back, having a front line of options in Garnacho, in Rashford, in Højlund, in Anthony, who, me personally, should have sniffed the pitch, but that's each to their own. But even when we were defending today, you see how important, that little box of Onana, Casemiro, Varane, and Lisandro Martinez is, because when we were defending, and Wolves struggled in the first half to break United down because Casemiro was dropping between Varane and Martinez and creating a back five. And yes, he picked up a yellow card quite early into the game, which to me I thought that was irresponsible. You fly into a tackle if you know you're winning the ball.
Typical Casemiro.
Yeah, it's typical, but it was interesting and it was actually nice to see, because we got to see a balance in between Casemiro and Mainoo, in the way that sometimes Mainoo was the further one forward and Casemiro was sitting back, and sometimes Mainoo was the one that was sitting back and Casemiro was further forward. We got to see who is better in that box-to-box role. I did have doubts about Kobbie during the game in terms of his ability on the edge of the box, what he can do as that, like in that 8 role, that box-to-box role. But I'm happy, man. 3 points. Yes, there's a lot of things to learn. For me, it could have gone without Kobbie's goal. It could have gone sideways, bro. It could have.
What did you put it down to? Because some people are saying like it's not the game management. Onana didn't help us, or it's because we got an unlucky pen given away against us, and some people say the tactics from ten Hag didn't see the game out. Like what was it? Why it wasn't? Why we didn't just win comfortably like we should have done, 2-0 up at half-time cruising?
Not finishing our food. That's it. I think when you're 2-0 up, you get a bit complacent with, you're trying to score the better looking goals and, the ones that look like it's a team goal and that kind of stuff. Yeah, there was moments where Garnacho could have had 3 assists today.
Yeah.
We slated him last game for not trying to find Højlund. He was trying to find everyone and their mums today. He was trying to find everyone rather than being selfish than what he's done in the past. Yeah, Marcus Rashford making conscious efforts to try and find people. That Luke Shaw pass that he played for the Højlund goal is a good weighted pass. If you remember, about 5 minutes before that, he played one that was a bit overhit. So it's like he learned from it. And for me, it wasn't, I wouldn't say, I think Manchester United I think the scoreline flattered Wolves. And United are one of them teams where I feel like once we concede one goal, it's like a domino effect. And let's talk about that penalty, because if the standard of officiating is giving those sort of penalties in the game, when just last night We watched Van Dijk do what he did to Nkunku. That was more of a penalty than this
Mad.
was. I'm not even saying that should have been given, because I don't think that Nkunku penalty should have been given. But if we want to compare the two, easily by a mile, that one is much more than penalty. Pedro Neto, you're a disgrace. You're a cheat. You're a disgrace.
Then he scored against us to make it 3-3 as well, and that's what you mean about the game management. It just wasn't good. Rasmus Højlund today, he actually got the BT man of the match, TNT man of the match, and it's like, because Kobbie Mainoo's done what he's done in the last minute, and he obviously, that's amazing. Rasmus Højlund's probably not going to get the shine. Well, he still did, because he got man of the match actually. But talk to me about his performance. Was you pleased to see him get on the score sheet and get an assist and just where he played?
Yeah, I was happy. I think that's is that 9 goals in all
9 goals, mate.
Isn't that higher than his tally last year at Atalanta?
He got 9 at Atalanta, yeah.
Yeah, so that's he's on par now with still about 4 months to go, and he's still the main number 9. So he could actually finish the season with, say, 15 on his debut year at Manchester United, where he didn't really hit the score sheet in the Premier League until December. That's 3 goals in consecutive games that he scored. I'm happy for him, because it looks like Luke Shaw was like, people were trying to find him today, and not just that, he also is not a selfish guy. Rashford's goal, he could have been selfish and said, you know what, I'm a 9, I need to score. He could have been on the spin, doing what number 9s do, turn around on the spin and try whack it in first time. Instead, he holds it up, finds Rashford, lays it off for him, gets an assist as well, which is good reading of the game. He knows how to read it better than, I think, other number 9s that we've had like in recent years. He's more comfortable in holding the ball up. He's more comfortable with link-up play. I've had some doubts about him when it comes to his aerial battles and his aerial duels, but today he's showing you play the ball to his feet and he will do what he has to do. And maybe Manchester United should lean more towards playing like that. When United play a bit more compact, possession-based football, that's everyone's favourite term to use, but possession-based football, you see what you can get. And today, United should have been 4-0 up by half-time. Like, honestly.
Thing, man. Exactly, though. We should have been like cruising. It was still really frustrating that we just don't kill games off.
100%, and that's why I'm saying this month is important, because this is a month before we go into March where we come up against City. Later into the season, we got Arsenal, we got Liverpool. We still got big fixtures away against bigger teams. Let's do our due diligence and win 3 points where we can get them. The mid-table teams. That's unfortunately the level that we're at right now. The Lutons, the West Hams, the Villas, the Fulhams.
Mate, Villa are above us.
Yeah, but they lost. They lost this week, and that's the thing. I was watching the game on TNT with the commentary, and they said, Brighton and Villa, etc., have all dropped points this week, and maybe Manchester United can pick up momentum.
West Ham drew as well today.
We're in the discussions of West Ham and Aston Villa and Brighton. When they're dropping points, people are saying maybe Man United can capitalize on that.
Mad.
I hope we can, and we pick up 15 points. I'm telling you, nothing less than 15 points in the month of February. I'm not joking. I'm being
serious with it. Do you agree that Rasmus Højlund was the man of the match? Before I let you go.
He deserved it. Yeah, he deserved it. I think Kobbie for the winner. But overall assist, a goal. And Højlund could have had He could have had a hat trick. He could have had a hat trick. So I would give it to Højlund. But big up to Kobbie for winning Player of the Month for January.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how he caps it off. 2 goals in 2 games, and one's a winner in the Premier League. There you go. Big up, Mina. Chat soon, man. Big up.